What's the mentality with book throwing? Like, how hard do we go?
I mean,
You're here for this question, Rhodes. Like, how am I going to articulate felony obstruction for getting this person out of cuffs? Or should we just go with a flat AMG?
Huh. I mean,
Or accomplice to escape in custody, something like that. Well, depends how it reads.
I'd go felony obstruction. In addition to the attempted murder. Though, wait, hold on. The person who was shot in that vehicle, did they open fire? Was there a casing there? Or was it only the person? Because this is a two-part thing. There's going to be the hot gun. That should definitely be attempted murder minimum. But the person who was shot would definitely get felony obstruction. I don't know if they shot. Was there a casing at all there?
We have two casings. One is Miller's. One is the suspect's.
Okay, so for your suspect, I would definitely go attempted murder. Does Miller's statement clarify that person? There's a second car that shot me.
So he got held up. He runs around the corner. He shoots the people that held him up. They don't return fire. He gets shot from the left. Different suspect. I think he turns, shoots that person, gets blood. They shoot him down.
Yeah, I'd push felony obstruction and the attempted murder on that basis. Wait. uh 4 7323. All right. I'm good there. I'm going to throw my photos of evidence in. Then I should be good. All right, all my evidence is in.
Hello.
Hey. Mickey, are you good?
Yeah, I'm just doing a report really quickly because we got Molotoved.
You got Molotoved?
Me and Arnold.
Oh, but you didn't.
I didn't go
You
down.
didn't go down.
My baby
My-
saved me.
It's because you're glowing, Nikki. It's because you're glowing.
Yeah, she's
you.
radiant.
I don't know that I would go that far.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
What are you guys
Frost.
doing here?
Hey, you coming?
I'm just putting this evidence in there.
One moment. What the fuck? Why is this here? What does this come back to? Ways? I don't know what any of that comes back to. All right.
Kincaid really likes going to Little Soul.
Red's not around.
Hey, we're gonna go have a chat with Brian if you wanna.
Wait, about...
About the case.
Oh. I'm here.
Feel free to go. I think,
just so that I am going to make this aware to you guys. With everything going on, I'm very much of the mindset that he needs to be fired. It's no longer like a
Oh, really?
well, I mean, considering everything, I mean, he just came off a suspension. Well, not that like these things all happened before the suspension, but he did, you know, enough to justify getting suspended. And then you start like,
But what have I done?
you start considering this aspect and how I don't think anyone in their right mind would deem this okay. Personally, I'm of the mindset, unless there's some justification that I'm not like considering on a panel, I will very much so be on board with him being fired.
Yeah. I mean, I am... When it comes to things like that, I am usually always in the favor of giving someone a second chance. But if this was his second chance, like he just came off suspension and he was still using that gun.
Well, no,
What
the
the fuck is he
suspension
doing?
happened after the gun stuff.
Wait, it happened after the prison stuff last night?
No, after Jimbo's death, right? So like.
Well,
he took the
actually, hold
gun
on,
and-
wait. I don't know when the suspension actually went into effect, but the context here is a few days ago,
Erin was saying that he just came off suspension yesterday and then
Okay.
went to that call.
Yes.
And if he had Jimbo's gun,
You're
in that
right. You're right.
call,
You're right. Yes.
What the fuck
You
is
are
he doing?
correct. Damn, his coquette's color just like mine. Ah! You okay?
I want to put on my.
Okay.
You know, my husband used to own this place.
Really?
Yeah, he was the marshal guy.
There was a gate blocking the entranceway, and it took like 5 minutes to get it
Oh
removed.
yeah,
I'm pretty
you
sure.
can easily get that gate fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Interesting.
depends on it, if the construction guys have time. Usually these days they don't.
Oh.
It's an easy fix, but it just if they have the time for it or not.
That'll be sick.
Good morning. What's for breakfast?
Egg sandwich, ready to go.
Just
I was
like
up till
egg
4
and
a.m. last
cheese,
night, so-
or
But peppers in
sausage,
that
egg,
shit,
and
right?
cheese. Okay.
Egg, cheese, and some green pepper.
Hell yeah. Gotta get that protein in for a trip to Russia.
Oh my
Will
god!
Pax,
when
by the
is
way.
that?
That's tomorrow.
Saturday, right?
15th. Oh, Saturday, yeah. Day after tomorrow.
Ah. What a day. What a day.
Oh man, Brian, have you got the latest update on?
Just woke up.
Okay, well, I... boy, that whole like heavy rifle thing is so much worse than it seemed last night.
Can you give me roads in second, please?
But you,
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you some context here. Yesterday evening,
Oh, I've heard all the context. If this is about
Ruth was given a call, screamed at.
I don't
After
have this
which-
context at all. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah. God knows what. It's Pred things, whatever. It's I think it's between them mostly. I give him a call to let him I know he's awake. I want to let him know about the Kolosky situation. And this dumb fuck has the impression that the marshals are looking to get him fired or charge him or something to that effect.
Wait, who? Which dumb fuck?
Kyle Pred.
Okay. Thinks that you guys are trying to get Pred fired?
So
or
what likely
Kukulski.
happened here is we discovered this in a group of 10 that it turned out that Kolosky had utilized Jimbo Sutton's weapon inside prison, etc., etc. And I think when Erin likely, well, I know she told Pred and what's his name? Bill Mays. I don't for a second think Erin claimed that we were pressing charges, rather that it was brought up that it could be evidence tampering. Off the hand comment over a course of like 2 hours, right? Probably just bringing it to his attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I give him a call to let him know what had gone out so that y'all can make a decision, right?
Yep.
And that resulted in about a 30-minute, 20-minute, crash out by Pred under the guys that were pressing charges.
Okay.
I quite frankly don't give a fuck. However, the circumstances, the chief of police stated that I don't think it's that big of a deal, and 3 DAP points were issued. And there is a possibility that
Wait, hold on. Kukulski was dapped?
that's what it said in the report originally.
Okay. Are you sure? Hold on. Are you sure that the Okay, no. So he was dapped 2 days ago for something entirely
Yeah.
unrelated.
Oh
His
yeah,
dap
and
from
in the morning. Yes.
yes.
So for some reason, Pred wanted to listen. Pred's. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Right? I get it. He enjoys conflict. He likes to manufacture it. I don't have time for that shit. Right now we have a dead prisoner and or a dead DOC. 3 people that have escaped prison. I just want to be sure that the LSPD is actually interested in like solving the crime here versus whatever issue he's got right now.
uh-huh.
I want to kind of just be transparent before this topic opens up, because quite frankly, it's getting pretty gross.
Which aspect?
Well,
Because I can tell you now,
yeah,
after everything I've heard about Kukulski, like before this situation happened, I had a conversation with Declan about Kukulski specifically and how other things had come up but weren't necessarily documented, that he is seemingly problematic. Then he spiked someone at like, I don't know, 140 miles an hour heading south on North Rockford. He was then
yesterday morning.
Yes, or the day before, one of the two. And then that was dealt with. He was issued DAPs. He already had 3. He was given 3 that pushed him to the threshold of 1-day suspension. And then he seemingly immediately got off suspension and immediately jumped into having a heavy rifle, which he, from my understanding, shouldn't have. That is also Jimbo's. And when I say he shouldn't have it, it was very much so like, he's not authorized to have a heavy rifle. Not it was Jimbo's,
Not
therefore he shouldn't
authorized,
have
not the rank.
yes. And
it's
so
unregistered.
yeah, and I also had all of the evidence records pulled. He put that heavy rifle into the appropriate locker for all of like 2.5 minutes, and then pulled it out, and it was never put back in that locker.
What?
So he's been in possession of that firearm since the day. Yeah. So when I tell you, I haven't spoken with Pred, but he is very likely going to be dapped to where there will be a high command panel, and I would very much so be of the mindset that he should be released, because
Man, that's crazy. Watch your mouth there, Rhodes.
Huh?
How dare you?
What? That someone needs to be.
I genuinely think that man was your chief was on drugs yesterday. I don't know what his issue is.
Are you sure he just didn't take his medication?
I don't know what fucking medication he needs, but was he on melatonin? No,
I don't fucking know.
No.
Couldn't tell you what he's on.
But here's
Alcohol,
the deal, right? Rhodes, and I want to make this like rather how do I put this? You know what? You got this. I think if it's that can be conveyed, I think that's a good thing. At the end of the day, look, whatever y'all do is whatever y'all do. My concerns start to expand into we need to focus on this fucking case. 3 people have broken out, and this unnecessary manufactured drama ain't it, especially in the midst of all these guys trying to crack what the fuck happened.
What did you just do?
I agree. I mean, obviously I wasn't present for the situation, and I don't know how much chaos was caused by Fred screaming, but it sounds like something was taken out of context. And don't get me wrong, you know Pred just as well as I do. He'll fight for anyone in his department, but if that person is downright wrong and should have never done what they fucking did and are consistently being a fuck up, and I don't mean like a Bobby Charles Carmine fuck up. I mean like they seemingly don't know where they're going wrong. That's more dangerous than a Carmine being slightly malicious in his wrongdoing, but knows damn well.
It. So the miscommunication is there wasn't any miscommunication. Aaron's words were 1000% twisted. I know this with certainty. Now let's say he's off his medication and he's well. I listen. I'm not going to try to diagnose the guy, but yesterday's belligerence in the midst of this unacceptable. You have to understand my position, right? When, as the director, if I've got the chief saying that they don't want to do anything about it, right? Not even that I asked for something to be done. It's just like an expectation, right? Just because you're taking it, just as others are taking it. And in the midst of this scenario where there's someone dead and 3 prison escapees, I am being told directly that it's not a big deal. Now I have like a concern where I now need to, you know what I mean? It puts me in a position where it's, well, I have to
agree.
do my job too.
I mean,
right?
listen,
Is this individual capable of assessing the situation and the department?
Yeah. It definitely.
And that's not a road I'm trying to go down. You know what I mean?
I understand. I understand. My thought process was, I mean, listen, I broke this down just like I did when we spoke about that other incident that was seemingly blown out of proportion. I think the legal aspect of things here isn't all that problematic. However, like the internal, like this shouldn't be happening just off rip is the most important aspect of this situation involving Kukulski.
I do want to highlight something that is important. And the reason I pulled you aside is before they opened it up and now they're under fire for even questioning some dumb fuck, right? Specifically Kukulski. Is if I was a defense attorney, right? We need to let them know, right? It's not like these bullets were in the case. We can't hide that.
Right.
Where I hope there's at least some kind of conveying that this does complicate matters, right? A defense attorney can very much say, someone unauthorized heavy rifle. Was it used? Number 2, were those Jimbo Sutton's, you know, was that Jimbo Sutton's gun? Number 3, if he's doing it, who else is doing it? Right? It puts into who's reporting guns stolen, who's not. It can cause a circumstance where it puts the forensic evidence into question. This isn't to state that you and I cannot discern the difference, but at the end of the day, we're not making the decision, and you know, the judges are.
Agreed. The thing is, so for me, obviously the casings come back to like Jimbo's murder, because from my understanding, that was the gun he was utilizing. But that case is closed. The problem sort of kind of exists that it wasn't in evidence at the time that the case occurred. But from my understanding, either somebody pled guilty to the important charges and they were found guilty as a result, or we have Speedy who is not found guilty. And so like nothing changes.
No, he was found guilty.
Wait, of the actual of the murder?
No, I don't think it does. Like, I don't think it would cause an appeal, nor do I think they want one.
Yeah.
Going
I mean, if they
into it,
pled
these
guilty,
guys,
that'd be stupid.
They were literally on the day of ready to plead guilty and take plea deals and be done with it. Right? They were admitting it that day. We had it on recording. Speedy did. Actually, Speedy didn't. Or I think he did. I don't remember.
I was told he didn't, and that was the point of contention.
No,
and then
I think he did originally. Regardless, Alfonso definitely did. Lang definitely did. It kind of was closed case, plea deal signed. However, I don't think we can downplay the fact that that weapon was taken out before it went to trial. Does it change the outcome? No, absolutely not. But that standard needs to exist because lucky this happened this time.
Yeah.
Right. But what about the next time? Right.
100%.
It's all about like how loose do we get before it starts to cause damage.
I agree. That part
I think
definitely
we're on the
agree.
same page. Quite
Definitely
frankly, this is going to be a fucking nightmare fuel of a situation. We can bring him back unless we want to talk anymore.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
I appreciate it, Rhodes. Maeve Riker.
Hey.
Hi.
Hmm.
I want to start with something. This is probably the most critical piece to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got off the phone with Gary. He is still awaiting an answer as to who absolutely escaped. Rhodes, to give some context, we suspect it's going to be Lang Buddha. Well, you probably know the three names, right?
I do not, because all context I've had of this has been from the perspective of Kukulski had Jimbo's gun.
Lang, Duct Tape, and Colby.
Did you say
Matthew
duct
Colby.
tape?
Yeah, his name's Duct Tape.
Okay.
Escaped, as far as we know, and there were two others that escaped. The two that you spoke to, who came back.
Hold on. Did I?
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was 5 in total. 2 came back in. I interrogated him yesterday. I've uploaded the tape, haven't put it in yet, but it's some bullshit. Like, they ain't gonna talk. They had elaborate stories. I don't necessarily believe them. I think they broke out and then decided to come back in. But yeah, so I spoke to Gary. I spoke to a command member yesterday in the DOC. We don't have any logs or anything that actually tells us who broke out. The only ones that we know for sure are the lifers. Lang may or may not have escaped. Rhodes, do you know how the fuck we figure that out?
Not a clue. I thought that would have been DOC who would check around and figure out what happened.
So the issue is that with DOC, there's like a ledger, and that ledger they can reference for the lifers. However, for non-lifers, when the power goes out, there is no system to track them.
I mean, doesn't it come
And the
down to like
cameras
manual
were shot
confirmation?
down.
Oh.
Well, how do I put this? Lang could have gone and played Arc Raiders down in the rec room.
Okay, yeah.
He could show up in 3 days, and this is a, hey, break this argument, right?
Uh-huh.
He can show up. He could evade us, and then
Show up
in what, 2 days,
and be like, I've been here the
and
whole.
then
Yeah.
I not even I was been here. I got released. There is no record of any of that.
Jeb said that he is confident that one of the individuals that got into the Red Sultan attached to the cargo bob was Lang.
He can say that under Miranda or under oath.
He put in his statement, Jeb is confident that one of the individuals was Lang Buddha, hair, jumpsuit in brackets, since he had interacted with him less than an hour earlier and was very familiar with his description.
I'm comfortable enough with that. And if that comfortableness changes, because we should be hearing in the next 2-3 hours. Like I said, this is something that DOC sent out. We also got the DOC report. If it turns out that Lang is actually in prison, we can always see that.
Do they
creates
at least have a
fucking problem.
confirmed list of people who are still there?
No, they don't have anything. That's why I've been nudging them to find out where.
Got it. Okay.
Something.
That sounds like over the course of the next like 12 hours or so is going to be like top priority, is figuring out who is 100% confirmed there. That way you have a list of people who likely escaped, right? Because these people are around daily. Correct me if I'm wrong. The people who were in prison?
No.
Really? Oh.
Lang is around daily, usually.
Mm-hmm.
But the other two, not so much. Matthew Colby's been around a lot more. I've never met Duct Tape before.
But Duct Tape's the lifer, right?
Mm-hmm. As
And
is Matthew Colby.
right? Yeah.
Lang is the only non.
Wait, was Colby the one that had previously escaped at some point? Or am I thinking of
Yes.
someone? Oh.
And he's tied to the Faceless, and this is likely Faceless related.
Oh.
So the running theory here is, so Lang Faceless don't get along, right?
Yep.
But the relevance of the Faceless only became a little bit clear towards the tail end of it all. In fact, it may not even be related. Like, there's that possibility. Let's say 50% chance it's related. Myself and maybe like 8 others were following a cargo bob thinking it was a weapon shipment. There's rumors of that happening at some stage, but we weren't given a particular date. Riker was there, Maeve was there, some others were there, and we're keeping it limited, following this, seeing what's going on. We see this thing at the power, these people and the cargo bob at the power plant, and then they go to Fort Zancudo, and then they kind of split, and then what we believe to be Miguel and Forehead shut down the power while the cargo bob folks are still where they are, and then they all converge at Bolingbrook. And as we're getting there, there was the 13 Alpha of the DOC that was shot and murdered. Subsequently, cargo bob comes in with a Sultan, which I believe was Miguel's. I hope someone took photos. I saw it by binos, but that's it.
Yeah, I have photos from Air One of the Sultan in there.
Hey, what color was that Sultan?
Red.
Red. It's the
And
same
we already
one that
ran
was
plate.
in that chase like a
Yes.
spider.
So it
Yes.
wasn't in the chase, but it was like pathing towards a pursuit earlier that we then ran into the other people, and they were definitely besties affiliated. Okay, I just wanted to ask the question because I did run into that Sultan earlier.
And so that thing comes down. Now, based on the statements by the 2 3-pos guys that escaped and then came back, which they didn't give us much, but some semblances of what I believe to be truth, is that they were in visitation visiting Frank. Then they got out. They wouldn't have had shit. Earlier in the day, Lang Buddha was thrown a Tommy gun by Speedy. It was recovered. We also have the phone. We have 3 phones, the 2 3-pos guys and Lang's. That needs to be we need to search it. We need to look through those, right? Communications. But anyways, cargo bob comes in. We know it's the besties. Like, easy clap. We already got pause IDs. We already got plates, all that shit, right? Who the full group is, unknown. But it comes in,
Anonymous,
and
thanks for
these
gifting this
guys
sub, by the
that
way.
have been at war with New Babylon and are intrinsically against this party have Lango in there, and Matthew Colby. Matthew Colby being a faceless asset, and the third being duct tape. Don't know where that comes from. And then the three
Must be holding them all together.
3-pos guys whose El Jefe Edgar just got fucking burnt up by the faceless. So there's some like wild shit taking place. My suspicion is that this thing landed right with the intention of getting Matthew Colby and maybe duct tape. I don't know, maybe that's his boy toy or some shit. And then Lang was probably like, I bet, free ride. He hops in because Lang's just gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
besties are gonna.
I mean, that's his opportunity out.
Lang's like, all right, I'm out. Fuck this place. You know what I mean? And then the 2 3-pos guys are probably like, ooh, let me get on this. I mean, there was free seats, right?
I mean, he's an opportunist, right? Like, straight up, he saw an opportunity, took it, regardless of circumstance. Yeah.
Of the prisoners that I saw in there, the only ones that did not escape are like the loopy ones, right? That probably enjoy themselves more in Bolingbrook than they do on the outside world. Everyone else got on that cargo bob and that vehicle, which is completely reasonable. I mean, the bob has a lot of space, and then you have the 4 seats.
So, if the Red Sultan ramped itself into the prison, got to the courtyard for the cargo bob to pick it up, what was their goal? Who were they trying to get out? If
Matthew
it wasn't
Colby.
Lang? Matthew Colby? Okay.
Why wouldn't they just land a helicopter and just pick up the one person on like an outskirt as opposed to ramp? Like, that seems so convoluted for a single person.
Yeah. They had 3 helicopters. They had Ming's helicopter, Vidal's helicopter, and a cargo bob. Why would they need to do the Sultan thing?
I think it extended to the 2 3-pos guys, and I think that's why they're lying so much. Now, this is I won't go too deep into it because it's a whole thing, but 2 nights ago, Edgar was set ablaze by Faceless in Ron Oil. It was a whole fucking thing, right? But the 3POS guys, when interrogated, literally don't want to say who it was wild, right? Like their boy just got murked by Faceless. The belief is that Edgar went in there because he wanted to get on that blue popsicle and told his boys to chill. And either they set up Edgar or they're expecting, or this is Edgar paying for his sins. The reason being, and the evidence being, Edgar didn't have a black card on him. If you don't have a black card, Faceless ain't going to kill you, but we know it was Faceless. So it's possible that it wasn't just Matthew Colby, but also intended for the 2 other 3POS guys who voluntarily turned themselves in only because their fucking hold was going to be up like an hour or 2 later. They didn't want to make matters worse for themselves.
That's this is far more convoluted than I would have expected a prison break to be.
It's been a very wild week. We just gotta wait for the archivist to dig his hands in.
And then what about like DNA confirmation? Was there any confirmed DNA for people like who are shot at?
Not shot at, but at the power plant. The Red Sultan drove to the power plant, and then power grid went out. There was a whole shootout with local PD there. We collected every single bit of evidence we could over there, as much as we could find. But just before that, the Red Sultan fled with 2 people in it. And Rosner got a picture of those 2 people in the Sultan fleeing. Their blood was both on scene. Comes back to Miguel and Aubrey Webster.
Okay. What's the report number for all of the prison-related stuff?
35645.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out whether or not Lang is in prison or not pretty shortly.
Brian, I was speaking to, well, we were in a meeting with LSPD earlier about the Jimbo gun thing, and then we got onto the topic of the prison break. Fred was kind of trying to dissect it, trying to figure out who's working what. I think Carmine wants to take some sort of lead on a manhunt for the prisoners.
Holy fuck, the size difference.
For all 3 of them? I mean,
Well,
whatever.
So we were talking about, you know, people that escaped. And
Second time I've
Fred
seen
was
that
like,
name.
well, where the hell's the warrant? Like, why is there no warrant for Lang? Why is there no warrant for the Ebola? Anything, like, announcement? Why is there nothing? And they were like, surely that's, like, the thing we need to do the most right now. Get on that. So Carmine wants to do that.
Carmine needs to relax. If he wants to go on a manhunt, that's after we get the confirmation we need. We need to do things right instead of, nosedive in first.
Yeah, I think his plan is to talk to
His plan should be going through the leads.
He's planning to talk to Chris and McAllister about the inmates who got out, and then from there he wants to set up a manhunt for them.
Okay.
Silly question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Lang is not in prison. He's out. What's the likelihood he goes back to New Babylon? Because that sounds
it's very likely.
99%.
really, despite the fact that like a bunch of people are in prison as a result of the, well, actually some of them are out, right? On time served or whatever.
The majority. I think he's the only one that had to serve time. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, enough of them are out that if people try to go in there,
He can
and
hide.
look for
He can
him,
hide behind numbers.
he could hide, and we'd probably get shot down.
Okay. See, I didn't consider that aspect. I thought there was still a decent amount of people in prison. I was like, why go home when you know that no one's going to be there to help? But if that's not actually
No,
the
I think
case, that's
it's-
exactly where he's going to go.
It's probably really likely, to be honest. I don't know why we didn't check last night. I don't know if anyone did check because I was doing other shit.
I mean, it's rather simple, right? Like looking for them is one thing. The warrants for the 2 lifers should be put out. The one on Lang we need to be cautious for, especially like a state announcement. We can do like a generic one. But we cannot say with certainty whether or not Lang is out or not. Well, I mean, now that you're saying that for certain, if what's his name? I don't know. Why did he bring that up yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet. I mean, there was a lot of people that had to put reports in.
There was a lot of people that went down. There was a lot of people that thought it was like a situation where we weren't going to figure anything out, and there was nothing to figure out. Like this was before nobody even knew about the murder.
That is true. Yeah, I think getting
Dumb
those out
question.
is probably a good thing.
In the photo on the beach, is that a DOC guard?
No, that's who we think is Forehead. Because he wasn't wearing a mask. He's got that big beard on. Well, sorry, got a big beard. I am like 90% sure I've seen him in that outfit before. Which is why I wanted to go through reports where we've arrested him and figure out if we have any photos of him wearing that outfit.
Ladies, gentlemen,
Hey, Carmine.
Hey,
how's it go?
I'm doing all right.
I wanted to. Sorry if I'm intruding. I wanted to help contribute in the apprehension.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I heard you're interested in doing the manhunt stuff.
Yes.
That's certainly something we can do, but we need to get our ducks in order first, and that includes the confirmation of Lang Buddha's release. We're awaiting record from IT as to whether he has certainly escaped. That notwithstanding, you can still look for the guy, but we need to be cautious of announcing anything about the matter, especially if he's not actually escaped.
Like the formal, like public facing portion should
All right,
not
that makes sense.
indicate anyone escaped unless we are a gazillion% confident.
Okay, that makes sense. I was curious why it wasn't announced, and I was told that it was being kept hush hush. I understand it now.
I don't think anything's hush hush. We're awaiting DOC computer system.
Is that also going to confirm the unknown individuals that broke out? From what I
Wait,
have,
what
there are 3 people that are not confirmed, but more probable than not. And then there were a couple that were we don't know how many people escaped yesterday, correct? Exactly.
We know 5 individuals escaped. 2 of them claim to have been kidnapped. They immediately turned themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
They have been interrogated. They ain't saying shit. They're lying out their teeth. I think they probably returned themselves, knowing that they didn't have much time left. They're on a 24-hour hold. Matthew Colby, duct tape, something or other, and Lang Buddha. Jeb is the only one that can confirm that Lang was in the vehicle.
Yep.
Well, what about copy, paste, and Sultan?
So yeah, as soon as we're ready for that, Karma, I'll let you know. We're probably like an hour or 2 out.
10-4, understood. Point of contact from the marshals is going to be Chris Peters and McAllister for the apprehension team.
I'd say anyone. I'd say primarily when Aaron and Maeve are comfortable. They are the lead investigators on this, and so as such, they're the ones that should be giving the all clear when they are comfortable putting it up.
And that's for the that's not for the DOC murder investigation. That's for everything.
Correct. I mean, it's all tied together, right? We need to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for somebody else to make that call who's working like the prisoner side of it. My focus is finding the person who did the murder, which could include finding those prisoners and seeing if they have that gun on them. I think that is a big important part of it. I would like to get them apprehended as soon as we can. But I do understand why we have to get the confirmation and wait.
I don't think so I'll let me break this down. We got about 6 minutes. Let's all pull up the report. Okay, so at the top of this list, I'm overseeing this. What that means is ensuring that there's forward progress, right? We don't just back burner this entire thing. Luca is there if a marshal is required. That's only if. His job is also to ensure that there is forward progress being made. High command, primary high command is Ventura. If you need a high command member, Ventura's the guy. In terms of investigators, it's going to be Maeve working the murder angle. It is going to be Aaron also on that murder angle. The escapes fall into this mix because the escapees are the murderers, right?
Makes sense.
So there's not a lot there. It's mostly just waiting for a like confirmation. Did he escape or did he not? And then Riker and Rosner are also assisting with the investigation, which means anything that Maeve and Aaron need or assisting with it, etc., etc. Primary DOC contact is Chris Peters and McAllister. Let me put his. What that means is if we are not getting the assistance we need from DOC, you can go through one of those two.
I have a question.
Christian Toe. Sorry. Go
ahead. So at the very top, if someone's found the casings matching the scene, contact the marshal or any names below. Hypothetically, we find someone, let's say, in 2 days with casings matching this. If we are unable to get a hold of, because looking at this list,
any of these
let's say during shift 3, we run into a casing match. Are we to hold these individuals?
I think you should hold them.
Okay.
100%.
Can that be clarified? Because if someone does end up finding something and they are unable to, get a hold of them, I don't want someone to potentially avoid a murder charge because someone was unavailable. I'd rather an investigative 24-hour hold. Just don't want that to be overlooked and it be like, I mean, hell, even if that gun gets in the hands of somebody else, which damn well is likely to happen, right? They're going to want to ditch guns if they find out someone was murdered. Either give it to someone, sell it on the streets. Hell, it might end up in the fucking hands of the clowns.
100%. We've been rather hush-hush on the murder, but quite frankly, I imagine people know about it. I think there was already talk about a search warrant being written.
On Miguel, yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I think Rosner was writing that. That is
he may or may not have locked down the property already, but I'm going to be a buck with you guys. He's probably got that shit.
I think the reason he was focused on Miguel is not only because we have his blood, we have his cars, we have the gun that was used to shoot the DOC, I believe the casing type matches a Vector, and we've only ever found one of those, and it's in evidence.
Really?
And the report where it was found, the incident, it was found on Miguel like 4 days ago.
Wait, say that bit again. The same Vector?
So no, not the same Vector, but the
A
type of casing that killed the DOC guard matched a casing that we found from a Vector, and the only Vector we have ever found, and that is in evidence, was we found one 4 days ago, and Miguel had it.
Here.
So
the thing is,
the
like,
same like class of casing.
The gun, let's say the gun matching only gives us a direction, but it will not help us establishing PC. That's going to be the issue. I think, honestly, the best action, I haven't taken a look at this yet since I just woke up. I believe when it comes to if anybody was involved in the breakout, they can get raided just on that fact. If we can establish their presence and involvement in the breakout, specifically if they were within the walls of Bolingbrook Penitentiary, that should be lockdown raid.
That means forehead as well then.
Yes, and only if we then find the weapon do we have a case. If we do not recover that weapon,
if we don't find that weapon, what do we have?
It's going to be GGWP. I mean, we can definitely go and press these charges, but I would be shocked if we cross the line of beyond a reasonable doubt, because without the murder weapon, we know by forensically that there is a singular shooter that killed him. And as a consequence of that, we need a primary actor. A primary actor is going to require the murder weapon.
Maybe this just highlights us needing to push a new charge of felony murder.
Yes,
that's a throwback.
This has literally been what a point of contention has been the last like even if you hear the New Babylon hearing, that's why it went that way. There is no felony murder.
Yeah. Made a felony, someone dies, that falls on you, bud. Fuck. I couldn't take out my gun. It's time.
Let's go to the meetings. Be sure to announce these three. Rhodes, could you pass it along to the LSPD side, Maeve, on your side?
Carmine, you're gonna have to do that because I will not be around after the storm, unfortunately.
I got it.
Thank you.
Wait, say that again. What do I need to do?
Just let him know that these guys are escaped. Warrants are going to be issued. Lang Buddhas, we are waiting for the state. Oop.
All right. Who is live? Who is live? Chat. Monday, question mark? Our schedule should free up to where I can actually go into like late shift one, so definitely looking forward to that. I'm gonna send y'all to I will send you off to Jenny. Good call. The chat, thank y'all so much for all love and support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, host rates, bits, and subs, get subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely cannot have asked for a community to be built around this channel, so thank y'all for being absolutely amazing. Y'all know the deal, yo. Follow me on Twitter /X and Twitch if you aren't already. Join the Discord. Discord.gg